Hello everyone, hope you all been well and welcome you back to another episode of RM Cookbook. Today I'm going to share with you a delicious recipe of mutton biryani which we are making with baby lamb, so the meat is very tender. So let me just quickly show you what you need to prepare this biryani. Here you can see I have 2 kilos of baby lamb meat, medium size, washed and drained, and now we just added 1 tablespoonful of, or 1 tablespoon and a half full of salt, and a teaspoon of chili powder, a teaspoon of garam masala, which is just mixed spices, a teaspoon of cumin powder, and a teaspoon of coriander powder. To that we'll also add 2 teaspoons of ginger garlic paste, and then the most important tool in the house, which is basically your hand, washed hand. Just mix all the ingredients thoroughly with the meat. Pour in a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, which actually helps the meat to more tenderize, and we will be just squeezing in half of lemon. So again, we'll just give it a mixture, and after that we added around 4 or 5 tablespoons of normal yogurt, bio yogurt, and just mix the whole thing. Then cover it up with cling film or cellophane, and just leave it overnight if you can, or minimum 1 or 2 hours. Just leave it aside. That actually helps the meat to get marinated. In the meantime, we have chopped 7 medium-sized onion. You need this many onion because you'll see as we go through the whole process, in very thin slices. So this has been chopped. Put it aside, the onion, and these are the other fresh ingredients which we need to prepare this biryani. You can see there are some coriander separated in 2 lumps. The smaller portion is for meat, the bigger portion is for rice. There are some mint leaf in the glass, and some green chili, and some cashew nuts and raisins. Here we have put 3 cups of rice, 2.5 cups of rice washed and drained, and some saffron water which we will need to color the rice. So in the meantime, what we're going to do, we're going to fry our cashew nuts and resins just gently, not too much, just slightly brown it, and then just take it off and put it aside. And then we're going to sort out our onion. All we are going to do, those 6 or 7 onions which we actually thinly chopped, we're just going to fry them till they're golden brown. This color is enough, and then separate them into 2 chunks. One portion is going to go into the meat, and the other portion is going to go into the rice. Here the meat which I actually marinated overnight, to that I added some coriander leaf and chopped green chili, and this sorted onion which has been chopped, and just mix the whole thing together. Put it aside till we prepare our rice. So for the rice, we just boil some water, or brought water to boil. Add in the main ingredient, which is basically salt. Handful of salt. We just put it in that. A little bit of pinch of garam masala, some clove, and some cardamom. Just let it mix the water, that flavor, and in that water we just add in our 2.5 cups of rice, and just give it one move so that they're evenly spread at the bottom. And within 5 minutes, we just want the rice to be 50% cooked, not 100%, 50%. And the way you know that your rice is 50% cooked is when you take the rice out from the water and just try to break 1 grain of rice. You will say that it will just crumble, and then you know that the rice is 50% done. All we have to do is drain the rice out under running cold water, and then just put it aside for now. Then take your heavy bottom cooking pan, just put some butter at the bottom of the frying pan or the cooking pan, and pour in your marinated meat which you previously prepared, and evenly spread right at the bottom of the cooking pot. Now then we're going to layer in the rice and add other ingredients. So the way you layer it is just spread it so that the first layer covers the meat. To that you add your bit of your fried onion, then you add or sprinkle your cashew nuts or fried cashew nuts with raisins, some coriander leaf and mint leaf, bit of butter, and then again layer the rice the same way. Don't forget to sprinkle some saffron water that gives the rice this added flavor and beautiful color, beautiful golden color to the rice. And again add some onions and coriander, mint leaf, and sprinkle in some fried cashew nuts and raisins. So this is how you layer in your rice. And what we're going to do, we're going to cover the pot, cook it in its own steam for around 1.5 hours or 1 hour 45 minutes, but we need to make sure the steam doesn't leak out. So this is the reason we're just covering the sides with some dough, then putting some weight on top of it so all the steam stays there. So 10 minutes high flame, 15 minutes medium flame, and then another 15 to 30 minutes very low flame so that everything inside gets thoroughly cooked. But as you can see, this is done, and look at the rice is so separated, nothing soft, but very beautifully properly cooked all the way through. And as I lift it up, I can see the same process all the way to the down. Meat should not get stuck to the bottom. It should be completely, as you can see, the meat comes out very nice and tender. Everything has soaked in. The way you know that the biryani is finished cooking is just before you even open the top of the pot. The whole kitchen would be smelling with beautiful aroma of this rice. And serve your biryani with some yogurt drink, which I will soon put the recipe in on the channel, but I promised before that I'm going to be putting this mutton biryani recipe for a long time, so now I'm just putting it on the channel. So hope you like this recipe, the way to cook this mutton biryani. And this is a process where everything is raw but gets cooked into the steam temperature within the pot, and that's called Kacchi Biryani, means raw biryani but cooked in its own steam. So I hope you like this recipe, and thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video.